anniversary for the IFMA Indianapolis chapter, I wanted to say thank you. I wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart and from everybody else. And a lot of people don't know you are the founder and you went through all the efforts. What happened that you decided one day, let's have an IFMA Indy?
Well, my background is how I became familiar with facility management was in college. I ended up trying to get some extra credits, and I found out that the facilities department had projects that I could do. And I started working for them doing projects, block planning for the university, and then they had me do another project the next semester, and I spent quite a bit of time understanding what facilities does. And when I graduated, I started working for an office furniture company, and they were trying to get some very large accounts that nobody could get. And I obviously just thought, well, we'll go to the facilities department. I didn't think about going to the purchasing department. And the facilities people that I met were just awesome. When we closed the accounts, that was awesome. But what happened is I realized through all that work that they do, how important their role is, how much they control the assets. They were pretty much called like maintenance and plant engineering a lot. Today, there are a lot of directors of facilities. Back then, there were not. But what they did was totally fascinating to me. So when I came to Indianapolis, I was contacted. I knew Jim Hickey, who was the facilities manager for Steelcase. And Jim actually said to me, Iva, why don't you start Indianapolis IFMA? And we talked about it, and he told me that Sam Johnson, who's a facility manager at Public Service Indiana, had ordered the Red Book. That was the thing, was the Red Book, you know. So I ordered the Red Book, and Sam had one, and I had one, and we got together and started planning, and just tried to find, I think we had 6 to start, facility managers, but you had to have 10. So we just kept working and working to get the 10 facility managers. But I just don't think people realize how dedicated facility managers are, how much work they put into it. They don't expect a lot of recognition, but their role and what they do is so important to a company. And I just felt like that was a good mission, you know, to try to bring the attention to develop facility management as a profession.
Well, it is so true that the thought process of senior level and companies are ever evolving. And to start that out and to give people the opportunity of having things like IFMA is huge, because I see in my time that things have changed. What do you think has been the biggest change since 30 years ago when we fast forward to today?
Well, I think facility management is one of the first places they really go to say, hey, what's the budget going to be? You know, how much is this going to cost us? What are we doing? You know, planning, big, huge thing, planning. And I think they're actually considered in the process now, rather than just an afterthought.
You think of that 10 people, we're looking at 228 plus members now. So where do you think that we're going to go?
Well, I'm always wanting us to think much, much, much bigger. I feel like we could easily double. And I really feel like everybody works so hard at it. I mean, I started it, yes, and it was every committee. It was a lot of work, but the people took it and really, you know, the other facility managers took it and really lifted this thing up and made it what it is today. I believe that so much. And I feel like if we provide a vision for facility managers, that this is the place to be. And I think we've done that in a lot of ways. You can get certified. There's so many things that we offer in IFMA that I really feel like if we just commit ourselves to providing great programming and helping bring facility managers in and provide a vision for them, a vision that we don't necessarily see today, but we need to really think about where we could be.
I think that's a good challenge for all of us to think about how we grow, do we double, and how do we get there. What do you think is one of the best pieces of advice that you would give somebody and maybe it was given to you over your career, whether it was personal advice or it was professional advice? What do you think is really something that's just stayed with you, sort of a common theme?
If you have a vision and you want to accomplish that, just don't give up. And every day, every week, whatever, make a step ahead and track it and make it happen.
I think that you have brought so much to the chapter by starting, but you've stayed with us. And I think that that says a lot about what was started, that you would want to still, you're involved. Most people know, you need something, call Iva. So I think that says a lot to who you are all this time, but also for the future, it's nice to know that you have still been involved, you are still accessible to people. Do you see yourself finishing out for a long term as far as staying with the IFMA family?
My passion today is stronger even than it was when I first started. But I'll tell you why I think I have such a passion. You know, there are so many people and so many facility managers and just vendors, everybody in IFMA that really have built it, and they work so hard, and that's one of the reasons it's so successful. And that just makes you really, I think it makes all of us want to do more with it, be committed, stay with it. It's my passion. I can't see me going anywhere.
Well, we're thrilled that you are continue to be such a vital part, and I do believe that enthusiasm breeds enthusiasm. It's infectious, and you've been infectious with me, and I thank you, and I thank everyone who comes and supports, and all of our sponsors. I'm sure you've seen many sponsors come over the years, and it's exciting, and I just look forward to what we can all keep doing together.
I do, Tammy, and you've been wonderful for IFMA as well, and your passion and excitement has really helped really make everybody want to do more.
Well, we look forward to the future. Thank you, Iva.
Thank you.